What's up, my people? You are now tuned into another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena. And I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium. And right now, I'm delving into this show, from an aspect where it's sort of like a moment of peace. Because as we all know, riots have exploded nationwide as a result of the George Floyd killing, the blatant and outright murder. So I want to explain things like this, man, because I've been able to travel around, and basically encounter a lot of different scenarios. Because when you live out here in the homeless empire, there is nowhere you could run. There is nowhere you could hide. You feel me? And only the real is going to survive out here. You feel me? And this is what I was telling you in my last videos. I've been telling people in my previous videos, all the previous videos, I said, when that chaos breaks out, when people get tired of being tired, it's gonna be mass hysteria out here, man. And I've had encounters where I've had to encounter the very same youth that's basically tired of being tired. I've encountered those same youth. And what one youth told me? He said basically, because they was on the bus, I was on the bus. They being kids, and these niggas are being young kids, but they not really children. Like I told you before, a lot of these niggas, one of your biggest mistakes would be thinking that these little niggas are children. A lot of these niggas are fucking demons in training. Their mothers have birthed monsters out of these motherfuckers, man. After they drag them through the mud and fucking sling them all over the place, and then they hand them over into the hands of their own enemies, the wolves. And that's who raised them. So I encountered some of these type of youth, on a few occasions, man. One youth told me, he said, man, it's all about this gang shit, nigga. I'm with this gang shit, and black lives really don't matter. And I looked at the nigga, and I knew, basically, I knew the nigga was, a bunch of these niggas out here, man, they just protective custody ass niggas. When they get in that gang shit, and this is what I was telling in my previous videos, and people ain't gonna understand it until these situations arise. When these old protective custody ass niggas, these are the motherfuckers that's gonna be hurting your mother. They're gonna be hurting your grandmother, and all you chicks out here that had those big mouths, they're gonna be hurting you when you come out here. Because they don't understand, the value on life, on black life. It ain't just the racist white police that don't have no value on black life. It's these bitch ass niggas. And they are the very cancer sores on the backs of our race, man. So as I was talking to the youth, basically they trying to sell me a scared straight program, not knowing that they 2 inches away from losing their motherfucking life and dying young. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And I ain't letting nobody do nothing to me. When shit go down, I'm not letting no nigga do nothing to me. But my point is, that's not the point. The point is, man, that I am who I am, right? I consider myself to be thorough, a real person. I've had a past, as well as a lot of people out here had a past. See, but what we have to understand, man, what we have to understand, because as I encountered the riot in Minnesota, when I was in Minnesota, as I encountered that riot, that looting, and like I told you in my previous videos what happened, what took me by surprise about the riot is that at 9 o'clock at nighttime, I said, okay, damn, everybody got shit off their chest. And I thought shit was gonna be over with. I turned around to walk away and I come back around the corner. These niggas are they still going, burning down fucking police stations and all that shit. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit is government enacted because a lot of the people don't understand. A lot of our people don't know how to think geometrically. They don't understand what's going to come. With no, that our youth are going to start getting murdered by the police because there's only so much of this shit they gonna take. They gonna start getting the police is gonna start killing these little niggas, man. Because basically now the system has went lawless, and like I was getting ready to say previously before I got to this point, I got a pass. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. I know about all of this shit. But one thing I do know, man, a person who's educated, who has a brain, who's not only educated academically, but a person who has knowledge of self. One thing you have to understand about the system that you live in, that anybody lives in. Once the law is no longer the law, once the law is no longer the law, and the place goes lawless, that type of system becomes detrimental to the health of your mothers, your sisters, your grandparents, yourself. It don't matter how hard you are, how hard you think you are, how gangster you think you are. It don't matter. When the system goes lawless, things are gonna happen. And then next thing you're gonna find out. Yeah, once the system goes lawless, that's what a lot of people really don't want. You know, I'm seeing old ladies crying, they scared to go outside now. All these chicks that I told way back in my previous video, I said, yo, when this chaos break out, and all you big mouth ass chicks that birthed these monsters ass niggas talking all this shit, you gonna be sorry. That shit is gonna come back to bite you in your ass. And here we are. Riots have broken out nationwide. And now you know what's happening? These motherfucking crackers, these racist rednecks is gassing these niggas up, putting batteries in their back. Because because most of our black youth, they don't have no guidance. So and most of these niggas done grew up to enter protective custody, the gang member shit. You know what I'm saying? Hiding behind a few real niggas that's in it. You know what I'm saying? So now that the system is basically moving towards lawlessness, they basically were going about, the authorities is letting them go about do what they want to, because what they doing is setting the youth up. They want Donald Trump to bring in the military, and they're gonna start killing them. And they're gonna start killing them. We're gonna move into martial law that's gonna be fully enforced. Yeah. So if a lot of people, if you don't possess those magic glasses and you can't see what's coming in the very near future and you're not able to think geometrically, this is a little food for thought, man. Our youth and our people are being set up for the kill, man. We've been targeted for extermination for the longest now. But you have to be able to think, like I said, you cannot be caught up on your emotions, man. Emotions are one of the biggest drugs ever presented to mankind. And when the people are indoctrinated in the realm of self-hatred, it can be controlled by any other culture, man. Because one of the symptoms of self-hatred is that they look to be accepted on the social status by every other culture. So now the system now the most evilest motherfuckers, got batteries in our black youth's backs. And now they're made to look like monsters. Real talk. They portraying them on the news there. Look what they're doing. And they're doing some grievous stuff. They hurting people. Because hurt people go out to hurt people. But this is way past that. This is not about George Floyd no more. This shit is way past that, man. And I gotta agree with it. For real, cause this shit is way past. This is about no little fucking demons in training doing what they wanna do, man. That gang shit. Like I told you, that shit is one of the biggest cancer sores on the backs of our race. And just like we say the police is corrupt and them motherfuckers is killing our people, these motherfuckers are killing our people too. And if we put the law into their hands, guess what? Your mothers ain't gonna be safe. Your sisters ain't gonna be safe. You ain't gonna be safe. I don't give a fuck how hard you think you are, man. When this shit go into lawlessness and it becomes one great big purge, you better arm yourself, man. And the first nigga that come, first motherfucker that come up to try to, pose a threat, you gonna have to kill him. Because that's the only thing these little motherfuckers understand is pain, man. They have no guidance. They're being guided by fucking evil ass people. And then you got white people who standing on the motherfucking sidelines. Basically these older ass black people. These motherfuckers mad because their life never went nowhere. And nobody don't never listen to their ass. So they get a chance to tell these motherfuckers what to do. And white people too, they do the same shit to them, man. They whisper in their ear knowing that these motherfuckers ain't got no education academically or knowledge of self. So they're telling them to do this and do that. And that's what they'll do, man. This ain't about motherfucking George Floyd no more, man. This shit has moved way past it. But this has exploded on nationwide, man. This country is being driven over the cliff. I mean, and basically, people say, fuck the police. Yeah, I say fuck them too when they're corrupt. But what you gotta understand, man, when we gotta the law is supposed to be put into place for a reason. Wherever you at, whatever country you in, whatever state you in. Because in all reality, even though that shit is lopsided against our people, is basically to a certain extent it protects our people. And I know it sounds like some old house nigga ass shit that you think might happen, but wait until these motherfucking same people that I'm telling you about come and start cracking your mama over her motherfucking head, cracking your sister over her head, and I'm pretty sure that it's already starting to happen. And I'm pretty sure that it's already starting to happen. Real talk. Because once these motherfuckers start going lawless and they think they gonna gain control of whatever, to get people's money, to rob, steal, cheat, because when people get into gangs, that's what they do. They take an oath and they make a pledge to the devil. This is why they're people of the hellfire, because they make a pledge to a criminal enterprise, man. To rob, steal, cheat, lie, murder, kill, rape, all their lives. And these are the times that you're going to actually see this, because now we have moved into a whole new phase of life. A whole new phase where life as you used to know it no longer exists. See, people thought I was, people used to see my videos and they used to label me crazy. Oh, this nigga don't know what he talking about. But I bet you my words are raining down on a bunch of these niggas' heads like prophecies right now. Now they know what I'm talking about. Because the chaos has broken out. And now you got all of these evil motherfuckers who are basically don't give a fuck who they hurt. And this is what you gotta take time to think about, man. I try to tell all of these big mouth ass black chicks about this shit. Now a bunch of these bitches are scared to come out of their house. Yeah. Even though they might have a few niggas in their family that's gang members, but yo, that shit don't even matter. Because when the chaos really ensues and if this country really goes lawless, man, you do not want to know what that's going to be like, man, what that's going to look like. This is why we're headed towards martial law. This is why the military is going to come in and they're going to start exterminating our black youth. It's going to happen. This is why the authorities are sitting back. The government is sitting back and they ain't saying shit. They just letting these. If you look, you see how they breached the White House the other day. These niggas out here ain't playing no more, man. They breached the White House gate. They had to take the president into a bunker. Yeah, real talk. See, but the thing is, man, we not taking the time to think, man. A lot of these niggas are caught up on their emotions or caught up in their own hidden agendas. It's no longer a protest about George Floyd, man. You know how many George Floyds I know? How many George Floyds they know? Yeah, a lot of people are righteous, should be righteously upset. But now you have to take time to bring about tactics and strategy to the game, man. Right now, these niggas are just running around like with no guidance. You feel me? And whoever defies it, they know they gonna kill. And this is why the government ain't saying that because they got a lot of their undercover agents who's injecting themselves into the protest and torching and burning down shit because they want to make it look like black people is doing all of this shit because they want a reason to kill all of us, to exterminate our youth. And guess what? They are succeeding at this. They have painted one great big picture that our youth are nothing but monsters. And what can you say when the video, just like the video proved that the police killed George Floyd, the video proves that these niggas are monsters because they're committing acts of the heinous acts that a monster will commit. Yeah. So what you expect the military to come in and do? This is these niggas' country, and the black man is behind enemy lines. And what you think is gonna happen? Real talk. Because I know you might not, just like you laughed at my previous videos, you probably gonna laugh at this one. But when it come true, you gonna be like, see, the thing about a lot of these retarded ass niggas, when they hear intelligence. When a lot of these retarded ass niggas hear intelligence, they try to ignore it. They try their best, especially gang members. They hate to hear a motherfucker who's intelligent. They'll listen to you in the closet so that they could act, so that they could run it on somebody else. But they'll tell everybody, all the youth in their gang, don't listen to that nigga, man. He don't know what he talking about. He crazy. So all the youth is being misguided. They being led into slaughter by these old ass snitch ass niggas who's supposed to be their OGs. Real talk. A bunch of them bitch ass niggas is working for the feds, man. And the feds, just like the feds and the government is sending all of their agents in as their militias into the protest to infiltrate the protest and to hijack the protest and make it look like something evil. They're doing the same thing with the house niggas who's in gangs. It's not just white people that's their agents. It's a lot of these motherfuckers too who's in gangs that work for the feds, that work for the police. You got a bunch of them motherfuckers too that's leading the youth right into slaughter, man. Leading the black youth straight into slaughter. And a lot of these little niggas don't understand it. Because, like I said, when their mothers fucked over them, what they taught them is how to run from discipline for the rest of their lives. So a lot of these niggas don't even pay attention to rules because this is why they run from discipline. If you like a lot of the times you find out if you let gang members in your house, they'll tear your whole house up, man, and won't even have a second thought about it. Won't even know that they doing it because they've been running from discipline all their lives. You feel me? I'm just giving you a little food for thought because the shit that's gonna be happening in the next couple of weeks, man, just might hit home, man. Your mama might be walking out the house and they may snatch her head off. Your sister might be walking out of the house and they might snatch her head off, man. I'm talking to the righteous. I'm talking to the righteous and I'm talking to the youth. Those who's supposed to be Muslim, Christians, and Jews, who's supposed to be the leaders of humanity, man. When a lot of these niggas don't have that type of guidance, man. Because everybody else is of the devil. These niggas are people of the hellfire. The people that I'm telling you about now, these are people of the hellfire. They took a pledge to the devil, whether it's on one side or the other side, man. And this is what they took a pledge to do, man. Rob, steal, cheat, lie all their lives. They've been waiting for opportunities like this. And the feds and the government is putting them in that position. You're only as strong as your weakest link. If a nigga at the top is a snitch and he works for the police and he works for the feds, then guess what? He can get all them young niggas below him to do whatever he wants them to do. This is what I mean by the youth is being led into slaughter. Because the military is gonna march their ass right up in here and it ain't gonna be no questions, man. It's not gonna be no motherfucking questions. Who are you? What's your name? Nah. Then they already seen the video. They already seen the videotape. They know what they dealing with, man. These motherfuckers is gonna march out here in fear. They gonna march out here nervous that they can lose their life. So what you think is gonna start happening, man? Niggas gotta start thinking, man. You gotta start fucking thinking. Because right now, niggas ain't thinking. Nationwide, niggas are not thinking. They just, basically, because the more courage, the more you let these motherfuckers do to you, the more courage they get. And the more they become out of order. And what's going to happen is that motherfuckers are going to have to stand up and set up their own little teams and go against these motherfuckers because the law is not going to do it. Real talk, and that's what's gonna have to happen, man. I'm telling you this, nigga. I'm out in the street, nigga. I can't run from that shit. I gotta stay armed. When a motherfucker approach me and try to force the issue, I gotta kill him. It's either him or me. His life or my life. And I've been faced with that situation a few times in the past few days. Motherfuckers don't even know that they playing Russian roulette. I could have easily just stuck a nigga to death, but I understand the fact that they are the black youth. Could have easily fucking stuck with something in his neck. But I understand that they're the black youth, man, and these niggas are being misguided, misunderstood. But that don't change the fact that they are detrimental to your health, your mother's health, your sister's health, and everybody else's health around you, man. And because of that, a lot of us are going to die, man. And you know what? I don't even fear that I'm going to die in the police hands. My fear is that I got to watch my back from these motherfuckers. It's not the police that I'm fearing, nigga. Right now, I'm fearing that I'm gonna have to kill one of these motherfuckers. Real talk. And that's what you should be understanding. You gonna have to kill one of these motherfuckers, man. Before you die in the police hands, you gonna end up fucking one of your family members is gonna die in their hands. The way this shit is going. Because it's already exploded nationwide from New York, LA, Chicago, everywhere, man. Ain't nowhere to go without seeing that shit. So we have to understand, man, if the older people who are over you, who supposed to be your OG, who supposed to be, if these niggas ain't teaching you that, if they not teaching you tactics, if they not teaching you strategy, if they not teaching you how not to hurt your people, how not to, you know what I'm saying, hurt people in the midst of this shit, then they basically leading you in the slaughter, man. Because once they bring out the military, man, we have no wins. Because we have no international allies. When that this is why they holding back, because they know when that military come out, man, it ain't gonna be the game. There ain't gonna be no more games, man. You niggas will be going in the house at 6 o'clock. You will be going straight to the plantation, and your ass will be going straight home. The party is over, man. Life as you niggas used to know it is over. But a lot of these niggas gonna put up a fight, man. It's gonna be a civil war out here, man. That's what we headed towards. Martial law and civil war, man. And not to mention World War III with China and them other that they instigating. Real talk. That the American government is instigating. These are a bunch of warmonger ass motherfuckers. But see, like I said in my previous video, man is not in control of this situation. It's God that's in control of the situation. The more that these white people think that they can defy his system, he's going to put them in a catch-22 situation. All of this racism shit is going to backfire on their ass. He's using God. This is, you know, his intelligence is to perfection. And when he shapes and molds it, it's to perfection. So it's up to you whether you want to go to the hellfire or whether you want to go to heaven. Because everything else is uncivilized. But you feel me? The flesh is not going to be spared in this game right here. This one promises to be epic beyond your wildest nightmares, man. Real talk. And this is what you have to understand, man. You have to start thinking about your family members. Real talk. Because their lives are in jeopardy now. And all that shit about white people and other cultures, nah. Right now, the most people that's detrimental to our health is us. Is our people, man. These gang member niggas, man. And these militia niggas that's gonna be out here killing you. These niggas that the government is sending in to terrorize the whole country. That's what it's gonna be. And this is what you have to understand, man. Because if you don't understand this, I will talk to you in another 2 weeks, and I guarantee you I will be hearing bad news from a lot of you, man. We got a lot of niggas that's sitting up in their house right now scared to go outside. And in many states and cities, especially in the East Coast, New York, Philadelphia, yeah, they're going crazy right now. Because the government, that's what the government is setting our people up for, man. He's setting us up for the kill, to be exterminated. And this is what we have to think about, man. This is a serious situation here, man. It can go one way or the other, man. But guess what? Revelations is going to be played out the way Revelations was written. It's time to come into God, man. God is the only answer out here, man. For those who, I'm talking to the righteous, to those who strive for righteous. I'm talking to the youth, man. Don't let these old bitter ass niggas lead you into the slaughterhouse, man. Because that's what's happening right now. Don't let these motherfucking racist white people put batteries in your back and lead you into the slaughterhouse, man. Y'all gotta start thinking, and I know that our youth are way smarter than that, man. But when they don't have no guidance, they confused now. They don't know who to listen to. So, and all a nigga gotta do is give them some money and some food and purchase their conscience. And they start thinking that these are the motherfuckers that care. When that's not really the case and scenario, man. Just because a nigga smile when he's shaking your hand, that don't mean that he got love for you, man. And with that being said, you have watched another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena. And remember one thing. Never fear the one who can lead you to the hellfire, but fear the one who can put you in it and leave you there. I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. As a matter of fact, you ain't got to, because I know a bunch of you hater ass niggas ain't gonna do it anyway, because that's how you've been indoctrinated through the realm of self-hatred. Peace, I'm out.